Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications. Thank you for being a part of BSDN live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome here to the Blair Youth Sports Complex for tonight's girls softball matchup between your Blair Bears and the Cougars of Gross Catholic High School. Bears enter the game with a record of 9-3. Omaha Gross is 4-3 on the season. Let's take a look at the starters for Blair. They'll start with Lainey Brown in center field. Mia McLean gets the start at second base. She'll bat second. Then it's Caitlin O'Neill, the shortstop, hitting third. Batting cleanup tonight for the Bears will be Emmy Hall. She'll play right field. Reagan Blattert, the first baseman, hits fifth. London Larson will be the designated player, and she will bat sixth. J.C. Sheet, the catcher, hits seventh. Abby Leggett, the pitcher, will bat in the number 8 spot. And Tatum Macklin will start in left field. She'll hit ninth. And Claire Anderson will be the flex player to start the game, and she will start at third base. Jennifer Fangmeyer is the head coach. She's assisted by Crystal Macklin, Rose Klein, Katie Christensen, Ashley Brown, John Roan, and Mackenzie Novicki. Omaha Gross will lead things off, as they are the visitors. Sophia Gomez, their shortstop, will get things started. Standing in there against Leggett. Lefty tried to look like she wanted to potentially lay that drag bunt down and push it to the left side, pulled the bat back, and took ball one. Gomez is a junior for the Cougars. Second pitch is high as well. Now it's 2-0.
Well, good evening, Brian.
Hello, Craig. Joined now by Craig Houghton. He's a man of many talents. Handled the starting lineups here on the PA system first, so he's made his way over here to join us now for the call of the game. This one is lifted into left. London Larson was playing her shallow out there, intelligently positioned by the Bears defense. Catch is made. Out number 1 is in the books.
Absolutely. Great defensive play there. And it was an easy catch by, it was actually Macklin out there in left field tonight.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry about that. You're right. All I need to do is look at my lineup. I had it written down out there. Tatum Macklin with the catch. Sorry about that, Tatum. Brings up the next batter. It's Bryn Hoffman, the number 2 hitter and the left fielder for Omaha Gross.
And, hey, if that's the worst thing that happens tonight, Brian, we're going to be doing okay. Right?
Yeah. Let's knock on wood here. There's nothing around. It's all metal.
Yeah, there you go.
No balls and a strike here on Hoffman. Squares the bunt, pulls the bat back, and fouls that pitch back to the screen. Counts now 0-2.
So, Brian, interesting game time temperature is 70 degrees tonight. Feels a little bit more brisk with that wind, but we probably aren't going to have the mosquitoes like we did on Tuesday night, so right. I'll take that.
That's right. Little breeze and the cooler temperatures just off the outside corner there by Leggett, and the count's now a ball and 2 strikes. Temperatures this morning were down into the upper 40s, so
right.
That hopefully drove some of the mosquitoes away as well.
Yeah, it's fall is definitely around the corner, that's for sure.
And the 1-2 pitch taken for a called strike 3. Bryn Hoffman goes down on strikes for out number 2. And that brings up Lauren Cossey.
I hope I pronounced her name right. But you just never know, right?
Yeah.
So she comes in, Lauren comes in batting .357 on the year.
She swings at the first pitch and lines it foul down the left field line. Good cut there. Just out a little bit too far in front. Counts 0-1. She's the center fielder for Omaha Gross. She's a senior as well.
And Brian, it's good to have you back.
That's good to be back. Schedule allowed me to be here tonight. Tuesday wasn't quite so free on my schedule. That was good changeup in there for called strike 2 by Leggett. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. 2 away here in the top of the first. Bears trying to work through a perfect defensive half of the inning before they head into their dugout. That changeup is a little bit high. Looked like it's stuck in Leggett's hand a little bit.
And Brian, the more I watch softball, the more I come to appreciate the changeup. Everybody can throw a fastball, right? But the good pitchers find a way to get the changeup to be effective too.
Exactly. This one is lifted high in the air to right field. Drifting over is Emmy Hall. She makes the catch for out number 3. So Blair does their job defensively in the top of the first. They set Gross down in order. We'll head to the bottom half of the first inning. Top of the order up for the Bears when we come back in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, tax and business.
Welcome back here again to BSDN Live, ready for the bottom of the first. Lainey Brown, Mia McLean, and Caitlin O'Neill due up for the Bears. Out there on the mound for Omaha Gross will be number 19. That's Alexis Skradsky, the junior right-handed pitcher. Out there to see if she can match the effort of Leggett from the top of the first, and the Bears will try to put a crooked number up there and get us started here. Lainey Brown will be the first batter. Center fielder for Blair grounds this one off the right leg of the third baseman. That'll be a base hit for Lainey. Probably tough to score that one in air. That was hard hit. Not an easy hop either for Braun to field down there. So Brown with the leadoff hit, and the Bears start exactly as they wanted to. That'll bring up Mia McLean, the second baseman.
Yep, and not the start you want if you're Gross here.
McLean lays down the bunt. She will hustle down to first base. Nobody covering there defensively for the Cougars. So a defensive miscue, 2 pitches for Skradsky, 2 Blair base runners here to start the bottom of the inning.
And that was about the perfect pitch to bunt because it was a changeup, and she just really had to just make contact, and it was going to be in fair territory. So nice start here for the Blair Bears.
That'll bring up Caitlin O'Neill, their shortstop. 2 on, no out. Pitch is high, ball 1.
And on the year, Caitlin is batting .486. So you think about it, Lainey Brown is batting .568. Then the second batter, Mia McLean, is batting .361, and then you go .486.
Change up. O'Neill waits on it, but pops it in the air to third base, and Juliana Braun comes in and makes the catch. So out number 1 is recorded here at the bottom of the first. And you're right, Craig. It's a dangerous top of the lineup here for Blair. Intimidating for opposing defenses and pitchers. Got one away. Runners at first and second. Emmy Hall is the batter now. She's going to lay down a bunt. She'll hustle down to first base, and the out is made. Nicely done there. Good catch by the second baseman, Kennedy Chacho, as she reached into the baseline there to make that catch and still able to hold on. But Hall did her job to advance the runners. But with 2 outs, it'll be up to Reagan Blatter to see if they can push anybody across.
And Coach Fangmeyer's kind of changed up the lineup tonight. And so, I think sometimes you can learn a lot more in a loss than you can in a win. And so this change it'll be interesting to see how this change comes across tonight.
And the loss that Craig is talking about happened earlier this week as Blair lost a high-scoring game, a good game, 11-10 to Norris, a team that they had beaten just, 3 days earlier on Saturday.
Yep. And Brian, that might have been the longest softball game that I've ever witnessed. Heather Tupa and I were on the call here on BSDN Live, and I don't think we got out of here. I think it was a 3-hour and 15-minute game. Wow. Back and forth and pitching changes and runs, and it was an exciting game, no doubt, but took a long, long time.
That pitch misses low, counts now 2-1. Well, I hope for both of our sakes that we're not here for 3 hours tonight.
Yeah,
sun's going to go down. It's going to get a little bit chilly. Nothing too unbearable, but not like it was on Saturday or even on Tuesday for that matter.
Plus, there's some NFL football to watch tonight, Brian. It's opening day of the NFL season.
That's right.
Yeah. The Philadelphia Eagles, I think, are playing the Dallas Cowboys here starting in about 13 minutes. 7 o'clock Eastern, or 7 o'clock Central.
Perfect. 3-1, the count on Blattert here. See if she can do the job with 2 outs. Swings and drills this one into left field. Will it stay fair? It does, and it is over the fence.
Wow.
3-run line drive home run for Reagan Blattert, and the Bears lead it 3-0.
And it's interesting, just I guess up through this point, she had batted 4th, and I don't believe she had hit a home run. That was her first one of the year coming out of the 5-hole. So maybe rearranging the lineup was just what the doctor ordered for these Blair Bears.
Yeah, sometimes you're batting in that cleanup spot. You feel a little bit of extra pressure to deliver. A little bit of a change of scenery certainly helps, and she was ready for that 3-1 pitch. She hit it hard. The only question was it going to stay fair long enough? And it did. Went right into the bullpen out there in left field. So Blair now leads it 3-0. With the bases empty, London Larson, the designated player, will try and start it all over.
And Larson comes into tonight's contest batting .483. So she's off to a good start in her junior year campaign.
Lefty takes the first pitch low. It's ball 1. Good pitch there by Skradsky. Catches the inside corner with a fastball. Evens up the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, and it's such a huge advantage when you can strike first. At the other night, I believe it was Norris who scored first. And Blair found themselves behind in a couple different instances. And there's just pressure there, right?
Right. Just feels a little bit different when you're playing from behind, feeling like you press a little bit, like you have to catch up. As Larson fouled the 1-1 pitch away, the count's now a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Bears up 3-0.
So interesting enough, Brian, that was the second home run of the season for the Blair Bears.
Pitch is high. It's now 2-2. It's a bit different than what we saw, at least in the early part of the season last year. Blair hit a number of home runs before we got, to the middle of September. So a little bit different here, but certainly they're obviously a good hitting team with so many players hitting above 300 and 400. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Larson lifts it in the air to the right side, and it's going to be caught out there by Chacho, the second baseman. So London is retired for out number 3, but Blair gets on the board first. As we mentioned, they lead at 3-0. We'll move to the top of the second. We'll be back on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate.
Welcome back to the Blair Youth Sports Complex on BSDN Live. Top of the second, Omaha Gross will have 4, 5, and 6 in their batting order headed to the plate. Out there to face Abby Leggett. It'll be Juliana Braun, the third baseman, getting things started for the Cougars here in the top of the second inning.
And Brian, the thing I love about this, so Leggett came in and pitched the other night against Norris, and didn't make it out of the inning that she was entered in on. I love the fact that Coach Fangmeyer is coming right back to her, right, to reassure her that, hey, we trust in you, but we believe in you. Now go out and do your job.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a long season, and they're going to need, multiple pitchers between Leggett and Macklin. A good change up there. Counts now 0-2. We've seen both pitchers so far this season, and they're going to need them both to make a deep postseason run, which, of course, is their ultimate goal. So you're right. Getting back out there on the mound and rebuilding that confidence is the utmost importance. She's got an 0-2 count here on Braun. That pitch missed outside. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Boy, that prior changeup was filthy. I don't know that I've seen a high school player fooled that much by a pitch.
Yeah.
That bounced before the plate.
I was about to say the same thing. She pulled the string on and it bounced before the plate. Another change-up lifted high in the air to the left side. Sliding underneath it will be the shortstop, Caitlin O'Neill, and Braun is retired for out number 1 here in the top of the second. That will bring up number 1, the second baseman, sophomore Kennedy Chacho.
And nice enunciation there. I think I may have butchered her name during the PA announcements. So
Well,
my apologies to the Chacho family.
That's okay. She pops this one up. She's trying to hit you, I think, with that foul ball. Came right over this way. I'm sure they'll forgive you.
I was going to say, I'm sure it's not the last or the first or the last time that'll
Exactly.
happen.
That's right. No balls in a strike here on Chacho. Did a good job, by the way, defensively in the bottom of the first as she recorded a couple of putouts. This one is hit toward the left side and into left field. That'll be a base hit for Chacho. First hit of the ball game for Omaha Gross. They got a runner on the bases now, bringing up the number 6 batter, Maggie Ernest.
And Maggie comes in as a senior, batting .286 on the year.
She is their first baseman. Squares to bunt. Now she pulls it back. Swings and misses at the pitch from Leggett. Counts 0-1.
You know, if I'm a pitcher in that situation, I'm going to just try and blow it right by her because that's a lot of movement for not a lot of value, in my opinion.
Sometimes it's hard when you start with that bat out there to get it back and get it ready to hit, to your point. Good pitch there, low, or rather in the lower part of the strike zone, excuse me. It's called strike. Counts 0-2. Quick throw by Sheet down to first. Chacho dives back without a problem. No balls, 2 strikes now with 1 away here in the top of the second. Leggett with the wind, the pitch. This one is hit foul down the first base side. It'll be out of play, and the count remains no balls and 2 strikes.
So, Brian, for our avid listeners on BSDN Live, would you mind filling them in on what they can expect? Will the home football game be broadcast tomorrow?
Absolutely, that's the plan. Bears will be at home against Lincoln Pius. Change up there in the dirt. She's going to throw down to second, and that is wide of second base. Good backup there by Mia McLean. Chacho, though, swipes second base on the wild pitch, or the errant pitch anyway.
Good defense there because there was Mia McLean, but then also backing her up was the center fielder, Lainey Brown.
Right.
So the likelihood that one was going to get through was small.
Runner in scoring position. Grounded right back to Leggett. She'll take the easy out at first, but Chacho advances to third, so she's now over there awaiting the opportunity to score the first run of the game for Gross. There's 2 away, however, here in this top of the second. And the batter will be the designated player, Mia Goodwin. She swings at the first pitch. It's in the air to center. Lainey Brown drifting to her left. She will make the catch for out number 3. So Gross threatens with a runner in scoring position, unable to move it across the plate. Blair takes a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the second inning. We'll be back on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Isos.
And we're back here at the Blair Youth Sports Complex. Is it the Youth Sports Complex or Youth Softball Complex?
Youth Sports Complex.
I'm sure I butchered it before. The Youth Sports Complex here in Blair, Nebraska. Bears and the Cougars of Gross Catholic High School. Blair leads it 2-0, 3-0, pardon me. We're in the bottom of the second. They'll have 7, 8, and 9 at the plate to face Skradsky. It'll be J.C. Sheet, the catcher, leading things off here in the second.
Okay, Brian, you ready for a trivia question?
I didn't study, but we'll see. We'll see how well I do.
Okay. Who has the other home run for the Bears this year?
That's easy because I saw it. It's the player at the plate.
Yes, that's right.
J.C. Sheath hit a home run on Saturday.
Yep.
She's now up in the count. 2 balls and no strikes.
And Sheath is batting .303 on the year with the 1 home run, as I mentioned.
Homered against Omaha Mercy, I believe, to get the scoring started on Saturday morning. She swings and hits this one toward the left side. Lays dug out of there nicely by Gomez, the shortstop. Throw across the diamond is in time to get Sheath for out number 1.
That really was a nice play because that was a pretty deep field there by the shortstop. And so to field it cleanly and to throw Sheath out, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was hit toward the third base side of the shortstop, so she was ranging to her right in the hole and made a good play. Abby Leggett's the batter now for the Bears. She swings at the first pitch, goes right back at Gomez. Tough hop there. That's a tough break because she was right in position to make the play, and the ball bounced right up over her glove. So Leggett will reach. We'll probably get a courtesy runner, I am guessing, and we do. It's number 44, Taya Templer, the sophomore, out there to run in place of the Bears starting pitcher. And so with 1 away and a runner at first, it will bring up the bottom of the order, numbers 33 and the left fielder, Tatum Macklin.
And Macklin comes into tonight's contest batting .250 on the year. The junior right-hander is also the other pitcher for the varsity team.
First pitch is low, ball 1.
And Brian, I don't know if we pointed this out, but the wind tonight is blowing kind of out to right field.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually, and it's kind of whippy. You can, on our cameras, you can probably see the center flag out there in center field blowing sort of from left to right. That pitch is swung on and missed. Evens up the count on a ball and a strike. Kind of speaks to the quality of the hit that Reagan Blattard had, hitting it kind of right into the teeth of that wind and still lining it out over the left field fence. Ball and the strike on Macklin. She swings and pops this one foul out of play off the right side. Now it's 1-2.
I don't know that I could have done it, Brian. Maybe you could have.
Maybe 20 years ago I could have.
Maybe with
Not
my
now.
Maybe with my 7 iron, I could probably do that.
There you go. 1-2 with 1 away and a runner at first. That pitch is low and in the dirt. Sliding out there safely into second base is Taya Templer. Good hustle as she read the pitch right out of the hand of Skradsky.
And that was a perfect pitch to steal on because it bounced a couple times before it hit the plate. So that allowed Templer to get a good jump on that one.
Important point there is it takes the force out away at second base. The 2-2 pitch to Macklin. She pops this one up just out of play. Back up over our heads. And the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order waiting on deck for the Bears. So if Macklin can find a way to get herself on the bases here, Blair could round back to the top with only 1 away.
Yeah, and especially if you could get 2 on here with your best hitter coming up to bat, you like your chances.
This one was also popped up and out of play. Good battle here between Skradsky and Macklin. This will be, I believe, the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The sun, by the way, even though it's still out, it's really kind of behind some haze out there. It's not an issue for any of the players. Macklin swings once again. This one is lifted. That one may stay in play. No, the wind's going to push it out, so we'll do it again at 2-2. What I was pointing out here, sometimes when the sun is sitting out there and left, it's an issue for sometimes the batter or even the catcher, maybe the first baseman, but right now it's not a problem at all.
Right. You know, I don't know if that's smoke from the wildfires, or I'm not sure why it's hazy tonight.
Good eye by Macklin to lay off that pitch that's high and outside, and she's worked to a full count. I don't know either, but you're right. It's not, I would say, typical cloud cover.
No.
Especially for late summer, early fall. 3-2 the count on Macklin. Change up, she waits and drills this one into left field. It is over the fence. A 2-run home run for Tatum Macklin, and the Bears now lead at 5-0.
Wow. She did a nice job waiting on that one and delivering it over the fence. So nice job there by Macklin to take a 5-0 lead for the Blair Bears.
Yeah, she recognized that it was a changeup. To your point, Craig, as you correctly said, she waited on it and then hammered it. Bears have scored 5 runs, all of them coming off of home runs. A 2-run homer by Macklin here in the second takes us back to the top of the order. Now Lainey Brown at the plate with a 5-0 lead and 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning.
And who would have ever guessed that we double our home run output even in the first 2 innings?
That's foul ball there by Brown. Foul tipped right into the glove. It's 0-1. Probably what it's going to amount to is Blair's a September team. In August, they just were kind of fine-tuning some things is what we'll probably find out.
Let's hope so.
No balls and a strike on Laney. And she lines this one right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Second of the game for Brown. She singled in the first as well. Came around to score. Now she's out there again.
I think these Bears just like to crush a lot.
I'm not touching that one.
I want to get a laugh out of you.
Well, I knew where you were going with it, so that's okay. Brown's at first. Mia McLean will be the batter, but not before Cougar coach Frank Mack makes a visit out to his infield out there on the mound. Try and settle them down. 5-0, as I mentioned, is your score. But Blair, with only 1 out, is coming right into the teeth of their lineup.
Yeah, this is kind of a dangerous spot for the Cougars because you give up many more runs here, and it's kind of put this game out of hand.
Right. Wins, by the way, for Gross, I told you they're 4-3. They've defeated Omaha South, Omaha Benson, Omaha South again, and Nebraska City. Their losses have come to Ralston, Waverly, and Plattsmouth.
Okay. Interesting. And we haven't, to my knowledge, haven't played any of those teams. We don't have any common opponents across the board.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of any either. Meeting on the mound is over. Skradsky stays out there on the mound. McLean's the batter for the Bears. The lefty awaits the first pitch here of her second at bat. Squares around, pulls the bat back. Brown's going to slide into second base, and she's out.
Wow.
Not sure if she slid over the bag or if the throw just beat her down there. No argument from Laney or from Coach Fangmeyer, so a caught stealing erases Brown off the bases.
Wow.
And brings the out total to 2 here in the inning.
I don't know that might be the first time all season that for sure Laney's been caught or any Blair Bear base runner's been caught stealing.
It's a really good throw by Byros, the catcher. McLean's going to lay down the bunt. Does it stay fair? It does, and she beats the throw out easily to first base.
Boy, that was a well-placed bunt right there.
Her second bunt single of the ball game.
And it's interesting, the third baseman was in a tough spot because it was kind of trailing towards the third base line. She could have maybe let it bounce, but then for sure you're not going to get the out.
Right.
So you kind of have to make a call and go with it.
McLean beat the throw either way. Now Caitlin O'Neill is the batter. She takes a change up high for ball 1. Throw down to first base, and McLean dives back safely. Caitlin popped out to third in her first at-bat of the ball game, so a chance for a little bit of redemption here. 2 outs, 2 runs across already in the inning for the Bears here in the bottom of the second. This one is hammered in the air to right field, drifting back and watching it sail over the fence will be the right fielder, Clara Meeker, and Caitlin O'Neill has added to the Bears' home run total. Their third of the ball game, and they lead it now 7-0.
Brian, you must be the lucky charm tonight. I don't know what it is because this is like a home run palooza tonight.
It's the wind blowing across the field to right, I think. Or finally, the Bears are just starting to square up on the ball. 2 RBIs for O'Neill on the home run. And Blair really has blown this one open here, 7-0. Still in the second, and it's the cleanup hitter, Emmy Hall, at the plate.
And that one definitely was aided by the wind, but it's still cleared by quite a ways.
Yeah, I would agree. I think on a calm evening, that one's out as well.
Yeah, because I think that one might even went over the bleachers that are out there.
I believe you're right. 1 ball, no strikes on Hall. Grounded back to the pitcher in her first at bat. She hits this one the same direction, only past the pitcher this time and into center field. So Emmy's got a single. She's on the bases for the first time. And with 2 outs, that'll bring Reagan Blatter to the plate. She already has 3 RBIs this afternoon, or this evening, I should say, with a 3-run home run last inning. See if she can duplicate that feat here.
Yeah, depending on how this goes, they could be in run rule territory before the second inning. You never know.
First pitch to Blattert is high for ball 1. Bears typically do a good job with the one batter at a time approach, right? Everybody's up there to handle their duties. This one is lined back into center field. It's going to skip past the center fielder. Hall stopped at second for just a moment, and then she noticed that the ball was rolling toward the fence, so she scampers over to third. Blattert is into second with a double. The inning continues for the Bears, and it will bring up the 9th batter of the inning, their number 6 hitter and the designated player, London Larson.
You know, I don't know what Coach Fangmeyer will do in this situation, but given the fact that you're up so much so early, it may be an opportunity to sprinkle in some of those bench players tonight.
This one is grounded to first. It's going to skip past the first baseman into right field. Hall will score easily. Blattert comes around, and she scores as well. So the second inning continues to produce for the Bears. A 2 RBI single for London Larson. The lead is now 9. It's 9-0. 6 runs across in the second.
And that's a backbreaker for the Cougars, especially with a ball hit to the first baseman. It should have been an easy, should have probably been an easy out.
Yeah, I suppose so, but it was kind of a funny hop, and coming off of the bat of the lefty like that with the top spin that it had, it bounced right over her glove. So I'll have a little bit of sympathy for Maggie Ernest, the first baseman. It's not an easy play to make. The batter, by the way, is J.C. Sheath, the Bears catcher. She takes that pitch outside. She's ahead in the count 2-0. If you remember, she started this inning with a ground out to short. So a chance for her to get a little redemption as well.
Well, and Brian, to beat these Bears, their opponent's going to have to play a pretty clean game in the field and pitch pretty cleanly to come out with the victory.
Yeah, they don't leave a lot of room for error. No pun intended. Room for mistakes, I guess, maybe is a better way to put it. 3 balls, no strikes, the count on Sheath.
And isn't it amazing? Last night, or Tuesday, was a marathon game. This is proving to, well, at least the first 2 innings have taken a little while, but they've been to the positive, right?
Yeah, after Sheath draws the walk, we'll see if they send a courtesy runner out for her or not. 9-0 is your score. Sure, we're waiting for the courtesy runner, I think, to maybe get ready.
No, I don't think they're going to
No,
send a courtesy.
just a meeting on the mound, I guess. I thought they were waiting on the Bears dugout, but instead it was just a meeting between Byros and Skradsky. So she stays out there at first base. London Larson's at second. The batter is the pitcher for the Bears, Abby Leggett. She swings at the first offering she sees and fouls it down the first base side. Counts 0-1. Leggett singled her first time up earlier this inning. And after that walk by Sheath, all 9 batters in the Bears lineup have now reached base safely.
And we got to be getting close to almost batting around, don't we?
We have batted around, yes. Waiting for our base umpire here. He comes over to the Gross dugout. I'm not sure what the discussion was, but might have been waiting To be honest, I'm not sure. It would only be speculation. But he comes over and says something in the direction of their dugout after looking at the scoreboard as well. That pitch is high. It's now a ball and a strike. And to your point, Craig, we have batted around. This is now the 11th batter of the inning. Leggett's got a 1-ball, 1-strike count as Skradsky's trying to work through the second. Good pitch there. She fouls it straight back, and that makes the count now 1-2. Runners at first and second. It's Larson at second, Sheath at first.
And it'll be interesting to see. There's 2 outs, so you'd think Leggett's going to be swinging away.
And she is a changeup. She lines it into left field. Larson's going to turn hard around third. She will come in to score. That's run number 10. And advancing on the overthrow will be both base runners. So Sheath is now at third. Leggett to second. We'll see, are they going to send the courtesy runner out for the pitcher? I believe they will. This will be Taya Templer. Let's just make sure.
Yep, it is.
So Templer heads out to second to replace Leggett. 7th run of the second inning for the Bears. And the bad news for Gross, Tatum Macklin's at the plate. Yes, she's the bottom of the order, but she hit a 2-run home run last time up. Takes that pitch in there for a called strike 1.
Yeah, you can see the kind of the look of defeat, right, on behalf of the Cougars here. This has been a long inning, and they just want to get that third out.
This one's lined toward the right side. Nice play over there by the second baseman, Chacho, and she makes the throw to first. Macklin hit it hard. Chacho knocked it down, and Tatum will be retired for out number 3. But a lot of damage done by the Bears offense in that inning. They score 7 times. They lead at 10-0. We'll be back with the top of the third on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tekamah with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.
Welcome back to BSDN Live. Couple of defensive changes as we anticipated for Blair. Hannah Houghton will enter the game and play right field in place of Emmy Hall. And Taylor Munger will take over at first base for Reagan Blatter. Top of the third, Bears lead at 10-0. Abby Leggett back out there on the mound for Blair. The batter is Alexis Skradsky, the number 8 batter for Omaha Gross. Their pitcher fouls the first pitch back. Counts 0-1.
And what a luxury for Leggett here, right? Where the pressure is totally off. Now all you got to do is throw strikes.
There's another one, a good changeup. Skradsky swings over top of it. It's 0-2. Sometimes if you've been in the dugout for so long, we saw that they sent, 12 batters to the plate. It's hard to come right back out and find your groove. Good job by Abby so far. That pitch is outside. Not a bad time to waste one. It was an 0-2 count. Now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
All right, Brian, so I got to ask. I know, football. You like football. Who's your pick to be the Super Bowl champion at the beginning of the season?
That pitch missed high. It's 2-2. I will be the first to admit that I don't watch a ton of NFL football. So,
okay.
I mean, I could say the easy answer in the Chiefs, but then everybody hates you when you say that, I suppose. I see your Kansas City hat, so maybe I should be careful.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that one was
That
real
pitch
close.
just missed. all the way back to a full count now. It's 3-2. So I guess your guess will be Kansas City, or
I think this year's going to be a redemption tour. Probably Travis Kelce's last game or last season, maybe, before he marries Taylor Swift.
Right.
And they ride off into the proverbial sunset. And last year, the Super Bowl couldn't have went much worse for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So who knows? But I'm just glad that college football's back. The NFL football's back. So it's a great time of the year.
Exactly. That pitch missed low. And Skradsky, who started in an 0-2 hole, worked her way all the way back to a full count walk. And the Cougars have another base runner.
And if you're legged here, one walk's not the worst thing. But now you got to get back on track.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Courtesy runner, by the way, for Gross is number 20, freshman Amelia Sheard. Out there in place of the pitcher, Skradsky. So nice job by Alexis to get a runner on base. Now it'll be up to Sheard to see if she can't get across home plate. The batter is the catcher, Tessie Byros. She is a senior, right-handed batter, squaring, showing bunt, pulls the bat back, takes that pitch low. Runner's going to try and swipe second base, and she's in there safely. So good hustle by Amelia Sheard. The force out is now taken away at second base with nobody out and a 1-ball, no-strike count on Byros.
And that was another good pitch to steal on because it was kind of in the dirt. And Sheath had to try to field it as best she could and throw down. And dang near got her still.
Bears defense will have to work now to keep that 0 on the scoreboard. Byros squares the bunt. She lays it down. That's going to be a foul ball. That's a bad break for Gross. It went right underneath Claire Anderson's glove. She tried to pick it up and didn't touch it, and it's now a foul ball. So bank error in Blair's favor, basically, there.
Wow. That was actually a stroke of good luck.
It was.
For sure that was. Wow.
So unfortunate break there for the Cougars.
Hey, that'll be something I have to give Claire a hard time about. That was good break.
She might just tell you she knew it was going foul. There's a good bunt. Anderson picks that one up. The throw across is in time, but it's through the glove of Mia McLean and into right field. So a defensive miscue for the Bears, and the unearned run crosses home plate as Amelia Sheard comes home.
And that, at least from my vantage point, was a pretty good throw. I mean, it looked like it was there. So, that's the thing. When you've got all these moving pieces and all these moving players, the precision and the timing are so important to capturing that out. And that's why sometimes even putting the ball in play down the third base line can be one of the most effective hits in getting on base.
Right. You force the defense to make the play, and that's exactly what Gross did, and Blair was not able to do to handle their side of the agreement there. Ground ball, Anderson, tough hop. The throw across is not in time.
And that is, in my opinion, that play right there, now you start to wonder if that's getting in Anderson's head, right?
Yeah, back-to-back balls hit 2, or the first one, in my view, the play on Byros's bunt attempt was a good one by Anderson. The throw looked to be there. That was probably more on McLean, the second baseman. That ground ball, Claire probably fields 99 times out of 100. There's a throw down to second base, and runner is safe at second. That's Sophia Gomez. Blair, I thought, was just going to go ahead and take the out at second, but Gomez gets there safely. Bryn Hoffman is the batter, and she had a missed bunt attempt on the first pitch.
Yeah, good try there by the Blair defense to throw to the shortstop.
That pitch missed low. Count is now even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Omaha Gross trying to get some of those runs back that Blair took in the second inning. Blair scored 7 in the second. So far, Gross with 1 across and runners at second and third. And that bunt attempt is bunted up and over the backstop out of play.
And now the count goes to 1-2. And so you take the bunt out of the equation, and we'll see what Gross does right here.
Yeah, interesting approach to try and bunt with the runners at second and third. Be relatively easy play for the catcher, I would think, but that's what Coach Mack wanted to do. That pitch is fouled back to the screen. Count remains 1-2 strikes. Big opportunity here for the Bears defense. Try and keep it a 10-1 game. Bryn Hoffman, by the way, struck out looking in her first at bat, and she strikes out swinging there. A beautiful changeup. You could hear the admiration from the Gross fans behind us as Hoffman was way out in front. Nice job there by Leggett to get the strikeout, and the first out is finally recorded here in the top of the third.
Yeah, she really pulled the string right there, and a nice job by Sheath to catch that so that the runner couldn't steal first base.
Right, exactly. Lauren Cossey is the batter now, and she pulls the bat back, but still made contact with the ball. Looks kind of frustrated with herself there. It's a foul ball. Counts 0-1. And still bunting with runners at second and third and one out.
Boy, that wind is chilly, Brian.
Sun's starting to go away as well. That pitch missed high. It's now 1-1. Good spot there, I think, for Leggett to come upstairs, not knowing if Cossey is going to try and bunt again or not. Lauren Cossey flew out to right field in her first at bat to end the top of the first inning.
And Cossey comes into the game batting .357.
Good pitch by Leggett. Catches the inside corner. Cossey did not offer at it. It's a called strike, and now it's 1-2 strikes. Runners at second and third with one away here in the third. Leggett with the wind and the pitch. Lined into left field. That'll be a base hit. Picked up quickly by Macklin. Gets it all the way into the infield. Now we're going to get the Bears getting the runner at second base. Good heads-up play there by J.C. Sheath. So Cossey gets the single and the RBI. Driving in Byros.
Wow.
Gomez to third, but a nice job there. It's basically a 7-2-4 put out as Cossey is thrown out trying to advance to second base. So now there are 2 outs, 2 runs in for Omaha Gross in the inning. Runner at third, and Juliana Braun is the batter.
And Brian, in that situation, I get it. You want to be aggressive, but you also have to be realistic in that you're down 9 runs. Don't get a careless out in that situation.
Probably a learning opportunity there for Cossey that her coaches can talk to her about. Counts 1-1 strike on the third baseman, Braun, who popped up to short in her first at bat. Sophomore third baseman awaits the 1-1 pitch.
And on the flip side of that, equally impressive there by J.C. Sheath to recognize that there was an opportunity there to get him out. So nice job by her.
Yeah, Macklin did a good job to get it in quickly so that Gomez couldn't score from second. She threw it all the way into home plate, and Sheath quickly got it to second base. Change up, grounded foul down the third base side. Evens up the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Brian, this cool wind is going to put me to sleep.
Just hang in with me here for another couple innings. I think we'll make it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Popped straight up in the air, drifting toward the fence, and that is going to bounce out of play. That is a little bit of a wind factor there. That ball probably stays in play on a still day, but blows out of play here just off the bleachers. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes on Juliana Braun.
And want to also give a shout out to Jillian Schuler, who brilliantly sang the national anthem tonight.
Called strike 3. So thank you to Ms. Schuler, and a good pitch there by Leggett. Records a pair of strikeouts to wrap up the third inning, but 2 runs scored by Omaha Gross in the top of the third. That makes the score 10-2. We'll come back with the bottom of the inning in 60 seconds on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson and Associates, Inc.
Welcome back here again to BSDN Live. Bottom of the third, it's 10-2. Blair leading Omaha Gross by 8 runs. Bears will have top of their order up to start the third inning. So it'll be Lainey Brown to start things off as Alexis Skradsky gets set back out there on the mound. Brown's 2 for 2 in the ball game.
Yeah, we were joking the other night that she at one point this year was batting 600, and going 2 for 2 is going to certainly help her average.
Just a solid contact hitter. She does have power, by the way. She lifts this one in the air to right, drifting toward the foul line. It's going to be a fair ball. Laney's got good speed. She'll round first. She rounds second, and standing at third base with a stand-up triple is the Bears center fielder, Lainey Brown.
Wow, what a nice hit. And that's one I think that was definitely aided by the wind, as it just kept tailing and landed probably not far from the
foul line, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a tough play for Meeker out there because it was just kept drifting away from her. Now the batter is the second baseman, Mia McLean. With Brown at third base, McLean takes the first pitch. Ball one. Mia's had a couple of bunt singles here in this game. It's the first pitch that she's taken. She swings and lines this one into center field. That'll be a base hit. Brown will come in to score. McLean picks up the RBI. Blair's lead is 9 again. It's 11-2.
And keep me honest, Brian, after 4, it's 10 after 4, I believe the run rule.
After 4 innings, yes.
Yeah.
So if you're doing your math right, you're saying the Bears need 1 more run and 3 more defensive outs?
That's what I'm saying, Brian.
Got it.
And then we could go home. And watch some NFL
then you can
football.
go home. There you go. We're going to get a pitching change before you can go home. Alexis Skradsky is relieved of her duties on the mound. We'll get you the information on the new pitcher after she's done with her warm-ups. We'll be back in 30 seconds on BSDN Live. And we're back. The new pitcher for Gross Catholic is Macy Ernest, number 13. She is a sophomore, right-handed pitcher. She will face Caitlin O'Neill right out of the gates here. O'Neill's got a runner at first base. Nobody out in the bottom of the third. Bears up 11-2. First pitch.
Oh,
that hits Caitlin O'Neill off of off of her right heel, off her back foot.
Yeah, ouch. That's her right heel, it looks like, and that hurts.
Yeah. You can actually hear her scream out in pain. Looks like she's going to be okay down there at first. And the batter, go ahead, Craig.
You know what? She stood there and took it, right?
Any way you can get on base, I think that's the mentality, right?
Yep.
The batter is the new cleanup hitter, Hannah Houghton. Came on in place of Emmy Hall defensively in the top of the inning. First pitch is high for ball one.
And Hannah for the year, if I was looking at it, batting .222 on the year. See if she can improve her average right here.
Good opportunity to do something here for her ball club offensively. Houghton lays off, pitches low. Both runners will advance on the ball in the dirt. So McLean safely into third. O'Neill follows her lead and heads into second. Hannah up in the count 2-0. We've talked on Saturday about her disciplined eye at the plate. So far, she's shown that here in this at-bat. Lays off that one. That's high. It's 3-0. And Macy Ernest, the new pitcher for Omaha Gross, trying to find the strike zone and find her groove out there.
Yeah, and having pitched to Hannah for her entire life, she's definitely a picky hitter.
So you're the one that created this discipline.
I was going to say, I don't know, maybe it's her mother.
That pitch is high. That's a ball four. So Houghton comes out there, takes a 4-pitch walk. Bases are loaded, nobody out. The batter is going to be Taylor Munger, junior first baseman who came on for Reagan Blattert, also in the top of the inning. Nobody out, nowhere to put her. Huge spot here for Munger.
And Munger's got some power, so let's see if what she can do in this spot.
Boy, she was ready for that pitch. A little bit too ready as she pulls it foul toward the Bears dugout. She's down to the count 0-1.
Boy, a hit here would really hopefully gives the Bears some insurance runs as they head into the fourth inning.
Yeah, and it's, as you said earlier, it's good confidence boosting for some of the non-starters as well. Good pitch there as Munger thought it might be inside, and it catches the inside corner. And Ernest now in the count, ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, and a good piece of coaching here by Coach Fangmeyer. You never know when you're going to need some of these bench players, so it's good to give them an opportunity.
That one's low. Munger lays off. Counts now a ball and 2 strikes.
Speaking as a former bench player myself, it's you still got to go to practice. You still got to put in all the time and the effort. It's just unfortunately you don't get to play as much.
But you got to make sure you're ready when your number is called. Exactly right. That pitch also low. That's going to scoot away from Byros, and all the runners will move ahead 1 base as Mia McLean comes in to score. Caitlin O'Neill to third, Hannah Houghton to second. And the count on Munger is 2-2. That was just a tough ball to handle as it kind of skipped in there in the dirt and bounced right over the glove of the catcher, Tessie Byros.
And some may wonder in that situation why you steal or why you take that. And in my mind, it's you play at this point for the sanctity of the game, right? I don't think that's being disrespectful or bad sport in any way. You play to win the game, and if an opportunity is given to you to score a run, you take it.
Yeah, it's probably a fair point. And again, for some of these girls anyway, bench and backup players, you want them to come in playing as hard as they were at, happen to be starting the top of the first. That pitch missed high, and Munger, who was in an 0-2 hole, has now worked it all the way back to a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runners at second and third. You're in the bottom of inning number 3. Ernest into the wind and the pitch. That's high, ball 4. And Munger heads down to first base with a walk. And that will bring up the number 6 batter, the Blair designated player, London Larson. Larson has popped out to second and singled in this game.
Your scorebook's getting a workout here, Brian. At least the Blair side of it anyway.
The math is becoming a little bit difficult for me. That pitch is outside, ball 1.
That's why they have calculators and
yeah,
computers to help with those kind of things.
That's right. Got to carry the 1 as we start to add up the pitches and the runs here for the Bears. A ball and no strikes to Larson. Again with the bases loaded. Change up, waits on it, lifts it in the air to center. Drifting over and making the catch will be Cossey. She gets it in quickly, but tagging from third is Caitlin O'Neill. So Larson picks up another RBI on the sacrifice fly.
And that was a nice job getting the sacrifice there. And some good base running where the gal on third, I think that was Caitlin O'Neill who came in to score.
Yep.
But she had the other two check up, so that was a good piece of base running all the way around by all the Bears.
Not running into an extra out there, and good job by the Cougars to get it in quickly as well. Batters now is J.C. Sheath. First pitch is in there for a called strike as Ernest catches the top of the zone. Counts 0-1.
And it's funny, Sheath looked down to Coach Macklin on first base and wondered if that was really a strike, but I think in this situation the strike zone is going to get a little bigger for the Bears.
Yeah, you want to go up there and be aggressive. I mean, not swing at pitches way out of the zone, but an opportunity to be aggressive if you're the Bears. That pitch misses low, scooped up quickly by Byros. None of the runners can advance as Hannah Houghton takes a peek in behind the plate, and Byros is ready to fire down to third, so she had to stay put at second. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count with 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Bears up now 13-2. She takes that pitch high. Another good snag there by Byros, saving that one from going all the way to the backstop. 2 balls and a strike now on J.C. Sheath, number 7 spot in the Bears batting order.
Well, and if you're Macy Ernst, you just got to throw strikes too, right? You can't continue to walk in this situation. Walk the Blair Bears in this situation.
That pitch is just a little bit high. Now it's 3-1. An opportunity for Ernest as the backup pitcher to come on and get some good experience as well. Just a sophomore out there, but against one of the better teams over the last several years, one of the better teams in the state, Blair has been, so good opportunity for her. 3 balls and a strike to count on Sheath. That pitch is in there and catches the top of the strike zone. Now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
And you know, in this situation, JC would love to put the hammer down on one of these. So it'll be interesting to see what her mentality is in this full count.
Absolutely right. And you talked about it earlier. She does have some power. Unfortunately, that pitch bounces across home plate, so that'll be ball 4. Houghton to third. Munger to second. Sheath down to first. Bases loaded again. The batter will be the pitcher for the Bears, Abby Leggett. She's been on base 2 times. Couple of singles. Swings and misses at that pitch. It's in the dirt. Houghton thought about it for a moment. Now she'll come home, and she is safe. So Hannah Houghton on the pass ball comes in to score.
Oh, that's it, Brian. 12 after 3.
And that makes it exactly right.
Hey, I told you that's what they had to do this inning. No, I'm just kidding.
You were sitting there waiting for it. So the Bears are going to get the win, 14-2, as Craig just said. They get the run rule, 12 runs after leading by 12 after 3. So Blair will move their record to now 10-3. Omaha Gross falls to 4-4 on the season. Next scheduled game for the Bears will be tomorrow.
Tomorrow they play in a tournament.
You're right.
Yeah.
They do play in a tournament tomorrow at Papillion Landing. We will be just across the way at Krantz Field with the football team, but the girls will be in a tournament tomorrow. Nice job there by Coach Fangmeyer and her squad, showing up here tonight and taking care of business, picking up the 10th win. Thanks to Craig for being here with me. Thanks to Martha for handling all the difficult stuff on the tech side. Thanks to all of our sponsors, too, for allowing us to do these games, and thanks to everybody for listening. That's going to do it for us here tonight. Until tomorrow, it's Brian Abraham saying so long. You've been listening to Blair Bear Softball on BSDN Live.
Thank you for being a part of BSDN Live coverage of the Blair Bears. We're proud to partner with many local businesses that are supporting all of the Blair School activities. Join us in thanking them as well. Awful Nice Guys Heating and Air Conditioning, locally serving Washington County for 25 years and counting. Find out more about Mike Beebe and the team at awfulniceguys.com. Memorial Community Hospital and Health System, serving Blair, Fort Calhoun, and Tacoma with continued expansion of services from birth and beyond. Learn more at mchhs.org. Woodhouse Auto Family, serving our community and the world with all of your driving needs. Search woodhouse.com. For real estate, nobody knows Washington County like WC Real Estate. Blair Eye Associates, Dr. Ryan Palmer. Jackson & Associates, Inc. RVR Bank for your local banking and wealth management needs. Balls Out Motors, Tax and Business Consultants, Turnkey Nerds, SEI Security Equipment, Inc., and Great Plains Communications.